Well, hey everyone, and welcome to the next video in the Unity A-star tutorial. So in the last episode, we actually went and coded out all of our A-star algorithm and went through it together. What we're going to do in this video actually is start getting button clicks involved and start getting the tiles to be drawn and the path to be drawn correctly. So what we're going to do now is we need to go into our grid manager, our grid behavior script, and we're going to add some new variables here. So what we're going to add now is we're going to add another private read-only. It doesn't have to be read-only. That's just, I choose to put read-only so I know not to go modify it. It won't let me. So we'll have a list of tile behaviors. These are going to be tiles for reset. I'm going to set it to a new list of tile behaviors. This list is going to hold all of the tiles that we click on that we're turning walkable. That we're turning them unwalkable. So that way they can't be walked on. And then later on we're going to go and reset them to where they can be walked again. This holds a reference to all of those tile behaviors. Now we can come down here. Now we want to make a private node reference to the start node. And then we'll go and make a private reference to the goal node for the algorithm. And we got our behavior for that. And then we got the dictionary of the tiles. And now we'll need to go and create public node, start node. We're just gonna return this dot start node, and then we're gonna do the same thing, you guessed it, for the goal node. Okay, we'll have a references for that and get that taken care of. Okay. And so now we're going to go inside of our update function so we can actually start clicking things. So let's go in our update function and we're going to say, oh, real quick, we did this variable here. We can just delete it because clearly we're not going to go, we didn't even use it. We used 0.5 instead of the offset, so we'll just take that out. There we go. Okay, so in update, we're going to say if input dot get mouse button down 0. If we clicked the left mouse button, we're going to create an instance of a Raycast hit called hit. Okay, whenever we left click the mouse, we're going to shoot a ray out from it. So we're going to do ray. Ray is set to camera.main screen point to ray. Grab the screen to the ray from the mouse position. Okay, so wherever the mouse clicks, shoot a ray. Now, if physics dot raycast, if it hits something, we're going to go ray out hit in the distance. So what's happening here so far? Just create a local variable for hit, the object that we hit, create an instance of a ray. We're going to say, as we raycast this from the mouse position, if the ray hits something, take that something, store it in this variable. Only shoot the ray out. Max distance of 100. Shoot it out as a max distance of 100. In here, and we're going to say, we're going to create an instance of tile behavior, hit dot collider, the object that we hit, get its collider, grab its component attached to the game object we hit with the mouse that we clicked on, essentially. Grab its tile behavior component. Okay, so grab it. Now check to see if this .start node is null. Because if it's null, we don't have a start node yet. So if tile is not equal to null, if we clicked on something that has a tile behavior attached, that means it is a tile. And the tile's node is walkable. So if we hit a tile and it's walkable, its node is walkable, then we're going to set the start node to that node. The game object, the collider that we hit, the game object that it's on, so the actual visual game object that we clicked on, we're going to do game object dot get component, and then we're going to do sprite renderer. And we're going to set its material dot color. You can set it to whatever you want, but I'm going to do green. So it'll set it to green, and then we're going to this dot tiles for reset, add tile. So what's happening here? Well, we left click the mouse, store the hit variable, create the ray. Shoot it out, shoot the ray out. If it hits something, put it in this variable. Only shoot the ray out 100. Go ahead, the object that you hit, grab the tile behavior component from it. If we don't have a start node yet, check to see if what we hit actually exists. If it did have a tile behavior component on it. If it did, and the node that you clicked on is walkable, go ahead and set the start node to that node. Change that tile that you clicked on, its color to green, and then add it to the list for resetting later on. We want to set it back to not walkable. Okay? And then we'll come in here and say else if this dot goal node is equal to null, we're going to copy this, paste it in here, and we're going to say else if the goal node is null, tile is not equal to null, tile is not walkable, and the node that we clicked on is not equal to the start node. Then the goal node here is set to that node. Then that object collider is going to be set to red, meaning it's the endpoint. That's just how I want to set it. You can set it whatever color you want. And then we're going to add that to the tile for reset. So what's happening here? So basically you're going to click the left mouse button and say, hey, is the start node null? You know what it is. Okay, is the thing that you clicked on, does it have a tile behavior? Yes. Is it a tile? Yes. Is the node walkable? Yes. This is now your start node, turn it blue, add it to the list, move on. You go left click somewhere else on the screen. It's going to say, okay, is the goal node null? Yeah, we don't have a goal yet. Okay, I clicked on the start node. Oh, it's going to say, well, right here, we're not going to do anything because the node you clicked on is the start node. But if the node you clicked on is not the start node and it's walkable, then set that as your goal node, turn it red, and then add it to the tiles. And I'm going to show you that right here. Let it compile, hit play. Okay, so we'll make this one green. The right render tile behavior. Let's see why it's not working. I'm gonna figure this out. You know what? I think it needs. Yep, it needs a box collider. So, I apologize. It didn't have a box collider on these. Right. So we're gonna go into prefabs, the tile, and we're gonna add a box collider. We'll save it. Now it should work. Gotta have a box collider to read the physics collision when shooting out the ray. No? Wonder, let's see. Let's try box collider 3D instead. Try this. Is trigger? There we go. Okay, I apologize. So you have your box collider. You click on this, nothing's gonna happen. But if you click over here, now you got your red. So it needs to draw a path the shortest distance from here to here. Okay, I do apologize for that. We do need to put box colliders on these. Okay. Okay, so cool. So we got that situated now. Now let's get it to where we can actually draw the path. So what we're gonna do is, let's see, we do the right button. Right mouse button. Okay. So that'll be the path. What we're gonna do now is we'll do a right click. If you right click in there, it'll so we'll get out of this if statement. Else if, find out where this ends. If okay. Now if input.getMouse button down 1, if you right clicked, I'm gonna go ahead and copy some of this stuff here. It won't, because we're gonna need to do this again. We're gonna shoot out another ray if we right click. So right click, we're gonna shoot out a ray, and then we're gonna say, we'll just copy this. We're gonna change it. Okay. What we're gonna do is, if we raycast out, we're gonna say we're gonna grab the tile behavior just like before. Come into here. We're gonna be able to right click to set them to not walkable. So this, take it out. All right, so we're gonna grab the tile. Then we're gonna say if tile.node, what we just clicked on is the node, is equal to this dot start node, or tile.node is equal to this dot goal node. Just return. So if you right click, because you want to go, and so we're going to right click to turn something unwalkable. So you don't want to, if you click on the start node or the goal node, just return. I don't want you to do anything. Else, the tile that we clicked on is walkable, is set to false. It's not walkable anymore. Grab its collider. Collider dot, we're gonna get the component. We're gonna same thing as before. We're gonna get the sprite renderer. Oh, there's a lot of those options. Sprite renderer. Another dot material. Dot color. And remember, we set our color to blue. Okay, so we're going to set to blue. We right clicked on a node. It's not the start node or the goal node, so then we're going to right click, turn it blue. And then what we'll do is this dot tiles for reset dot add the tile. We're not running the algorithm just yet. What we're actually doing is we're just getting everything set up. So we'll come into here, open, there you go. Compile, okay. So we got our start node, our end node is going to be here. We can right click nodes now. So all of these are not walkable. See, we're creating a path for it to go and generate and walk around. So that is what we're going to do. So we got this. So in the next video, what I'm going to do is we're going to spawn a sphere, and we're going to have the sphere. We're going to spawn the sphere, and then give it a path, the A-star algorithm, and then we're going to try and get it to move around all of this to get to the goal node. That's going to be the next episode. But for now, we got everything set up so far for the clicks. Now we just need to get things moving and instantiated. So I hope to see y'all in the next video. Appreciate y'all for sticking around so long. Talk to y'all later. Bye.